Alright. We live? Probably live. Hello everyone, welcome to Seal. Not sure what series this is. This is between Team US of A and... Oh, I cannot read that. Barrett's team. Barrett's the only one I recognize. Checking the Twitch, made sure everything's okay on that end. There you go, stream is good. Just gotta change the title real quick. We'll leave it on direct cam for the time being. Actually, we'll just pause it. Hang on.
Must be nice.
No, don't do that. Come on, where are you at? Create dashboard? Stream manager. What do we have? Is it Barrett? Yeah, Barrett. I have no idea if Barrett is the captain. Alright. That's all updated. Free cam, camera good. Alright, where were we? I think we were talking about the team's laning phase. Alright. So, Seal Amateur game. In the top lane, we have Plate on the Faceless Void, EpiPen on Disruptor, so 3 Void in the off lane. That's a little surprising. Axe getting a little low. We'll just go down there for a second. Looks fine. Facing off against Rowan the Muerta, and I don't know how to pronounce that name on the Treant Protector. In the mid lane, we have Genie Storm versus Emulina. And bottom lane, Turbulence, 1 Timber. Okay, so they must have saw the Void into the Axe and didn't want to deal with that, so they swapped lanes. And Turbulence supported by Crash on the Bane. They're going up against Bear with Axe, supported by Gary Green on the Witch Doctor. Should probably give me a glimpse kill here. Yeah, Train. Actually, no, he's got the armor. Void kind of gave up on the kill. It could be a dead Disruptor, actually. We have first blood on Turbulence bottom. They actually managed to kill Tree, but Disruptor does go down, so the 1 for team rating goes down the bottom lane. And how do we feel these laning phases? Timber's probably not great versus this lane, because this is a lot of pure and magic damage into the Timber Saw. They don't really need to right-click him so much. I feel like once he gets levels, it becomes a lot easier, especially because he's going against a strength 3. Top lane, Disruptor, probably just got a little bit caught out. Might have gotten rooted by the tree. Brought down. So top lane not going too well for Radiant here. Although the Void has not died. Let me get rid of my Mega Hood for you. And I'd expect Muerta to do well versus this Void. Void's probably not expected to do much in this lane. In the mid lane, I feel like Lina kind of shits on Storm until Storm gets level 6. Because Storm really relies on hitting things with Static Remnant in order to do damage and kind of bully things from lane, and you obviously can't do that to Lina, who I believe has the highest attack range in the game. Bottom lane, yeah, this Witch Doctor Axe lane should be very strong. It was probably just a suicide lane for Void, so they just wanted to get something out of it, throwing the Timber Saw down there. In the mid lane, Storm getting pretty low. Emu's going to be diving a little under tower. Storm is actually just dying to creeps. Has the Fairy Fire. Holding it for now. Trying to bait out a little more tower damage from Lina. Gets the Q off, but slow burn, not going to be enough. Storm has flown out Tangos. We're going to watch this lane for the time being, just in case Emu gets a Q off. And it looks like Storm is playing it safe, has the Ranger up, so it's probably not going to be a kill anyway. Bottom lane is getting very low as well, although they have separated. And I have no idea. The Seal games I've done this season have been best of 2s. Not sure if this is game 1, or actually it shows in the top there. So it looks like the Team Bareth got game 1. It might be a best of 3. It's either best of 2 or best of 3. Anyway, this is game 2. Team Bareth won first game. Not sure what happened there, as I was watching the World Cup. In terms of like looking past this laning phase, I would say that Dire probably won this laning phase outside the Storm. I think Storm needs either rotations or he needs to just get his 6 and then start rotating to be effective. He's not really going to get much farm from this lane against Alina, as none of the bounces go on the Bane. I think the Maledict's going to be enough to bring that Bane down. Turbulence is going to come over, do some damage to the trees. Turbulence misses the chain on the tree, but not any real danger. Maledict should be coming up soon. Timber's got to be a little careful here. I feel like Dire wins the side lanes. Radiant probably wins the mid lanes. So I feel like it's how these mids respond to this to these lanes. Does the Lina help lanes, or does the Storm go to lanes to get his own farm effectively? I feel like that's going to be the deciding factor for who comes out of this laning phase ahead. Mid-game fights. Assuming this Axe has a pretty good game, Axe does pretty well versus this team. You go blink, you can jump on the Lina pretty effectively. You can jump on these supports. Mid-game, you kind of get screwed by Disruptor Bane, I feel. As Lina has rotated top, looking for the Druid, but the tree's invisible, will scout it out. And Lina will back off, giving Storm some space to farm the mid lane. Tree's actually going to be found by the Lina. Uphill mist is not triggered. Tree getting away with just a little bit of HP. Has the salve, pops it. And Lina's going to back off on that kill. So a lot of rotations by the Lina. No success so far. In the bottom lane, this Timber is starting to get levels. Maledict, you got to be careful of the Maledict, but Regen should be helping with that. Yeah, it's not going to get through the Battle Hunger and Maledict DPS, unfortunately. So Turbulence does go down there. And you can't get full comboed as the Timber. As long as you don't get full comboed, it should be a free lane. But getting that kill was a big chunk of gold going to the Axe there. Oh yeah, mid game. I feel like if Axe is able to get Blink Dagger, you can kind of kill these cores relatively easily. Like Void and Lean are both pretty squishy and jumpable early game. Like Storm can jump in, Mortica Deadshot. For a little bit of damage. You can kind of burst heroes with the once the Axe picks up Blink Dagger. And you have great disable on the supports for Team Radiant. You have Fiend's Grip, you have Static Storm. So if you're able to pick off heroes and win team fight with these supports. You just need to make sure you have your Axe or your Storm Spirit there to capitalize on all that damage. Storm's actually out-leveling Lina. As a result of these rotations, Lina has been getting under-leveled compared to the Storm. Storm runs out of mana. Lena's still very healthy, and the slow burn will bring down that Storm. Nice solo pickup by Emu. And then past laning phase, I'd say that late game, probably US of A, Static Storm, and well, first off we have a fight. They get the Maledict and Witch Doctor ult off onto Turbulence, so I think Timber's going to be surviving this. Disruptor is going to get the Glimpse off. Ooh, very close to getting... Actually, no, Axe does not have the 6 yet, but very close to death there. Nice play by the Disruptor getting that Glimpse off. Storm's here now, though. Going on Turbulence. Turbulence finally hits that chain, but too little too late as the damage is just too high. Bane will Nightmare herself to try and survive a little bit longer, but gives up. And Storm comes down here, gets a couple of kills. Galvanize work on kill? Yeah, it's on kill, so only got the one kill there for Galvanize stacks. Murta top lane got a little bit bullied by Void. She felt like she had to use that Pierce the Veil to kind of ward him off. What was I saying? Yeah, late game I'd say probably US of A just because of the Void Spirit. Void's the hardest carry in the game. He's a great counter to Storm and Murta if you're able to get on top of him. You can't really pull him off. You can kind of get him with Overgrowth, but just a single Manta gets rid of it. Grab a jump on the mid lane. Storm, low mana, but there's 4 Dire Heroes here. That's going to be sufficient to bring Alina down. And it just feels like the rotations have been a little bit better on Team Dire. It looks like the supports for Radiant went up top to try and kill this Muerta. And we're unable to find her. She did back off to the deep jungle. And they're still up here waiting for someone to react to this Void, but so far no one's coming. Muerta's in the neighborhood, might be coming over. Storm looked like he might have been coming over too, but backs off. Let's get some net worth out of here. Muerta's been farming top lane all game. She's sitting pretty at 4,900 net worth. Top of the leaderboard. As her team enjoys a 2k gold lead right now. Muerta is probably gone on here now. It's only a level 2 glimpse, so not the greatest of range. They need to go, yeah, a little bit deep. This trio right here lacks damage a little bit, especially without the ults. Bottom lane, looks like they dive Turbulence. That's going to be a big mistake. As the Void comes in, drops the Chrono. Witch Doctor has the ult, uses it on top of the Void. Void's going to be able to Q out though. And Axe goes down, and they're just going to mop up this Witch Doctor. No Dire Heroes are coming down here to support this. And a failed dive by Team Dire there. Storm's in the neighborhood with a DD, looking for a pick off. Probably wants to wait for his teammates to come up. Let's see, that fight did give Bane the Fiend's Grip, so Storm's got to be a little careful of that. Disruptor's still sitting on level 5 for a wave or two. Top lane, looks like the Radiant supports are going to find a tree in, although Disruptor is just completely bailing on this. Leaving Crash to die, lots of TV rotations by Dire up here. Storm hunting, found Disruptor. Disruptor does have the glimpse. Storm has to... Nope, just too much damage from that dude. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to have any finesse. Brings that Disruptor down. More Galvanize stacks, up to 1.4. And immediate smoke rotation by Dire. They're going to go bottom. Hunt this Void. Might have gotten vision of him. Probably waiting for this Axe. No, Axe doesn't have Blink. Yeah, they're going to find this Void. No Overgrowth though, so no way to lock him down. So after those failed rotations by Lena, she's been hard farming the jungle, just trying to get some items. And looks like working towards Kaya into Ags for that Flame Cloak ability. That's going to give her quite a bit of mobility versus like Muerta and Axe, who really try to lock heroes down in place. If you're Team Dire, you want to be playing around your Storm's item timings and rune timings. You want to be trying to make as much space as possible. You do have to be careful, as like all of Radiant just sitting here watching the Timbersaw farm. And bottom lane, Lina is going to jump on the Axe after the TP down there. Witch Doctor's right here, has the Q. Chrono comes out. It's going to reveal the Witch Doctor. They're going to drop everything on the Axe and try and book it out of there. Overgrowth comes out. They're going to be able to get this Lina in response. So all in all, probably favored Dire trade there, although the fight's not over yet. Storm is in the area looking for the jump in as Timber is jumping on this Witch Doctor. Trying to bring him down, gets the Maledict off. And the Fiend's Grip comes out onto the Treant, but the Storm is here, sees the Fiend's Grip used. Disruptor drops the Static Storm. That's going to ward Storm straight away for now. He's still playing with a shield rune though. The Axe is coming in, no Blink Dagger. Storm looking for the pick. Vortex still on cooldown. They're kind of getting a little bit far away now. Nice Vortex, cancels the chain. Aldalina's here now. Oh, the Glimpse by Disruptor saves the Axe. Storm gets out actually. Axe is in. I know I'm being very concise, aren't I? Just everybody on Radiant comes down here to try and mop up all the remnant from Storm. Oh no, the bounces! Where are the bounces? It doesn't matter, the Glimpse comes out. Storm finally goes down. Killing spree going to Emu. That's a big pickup. Double kill for him. Now Witch Doctor running for his life. More and more heroes filtering in. It's just Witch Doctor tree on one side, Lina Disruptor on the other. And that was an absolute mess of a fight. Graph doesn't really like either side in that. This only shows a couple of the kills, but if you look at the graph, it's pretty stale. What's important is that Lina did come in and get that double kill at the end of that. So as you can see, she's level 12, tied for highest in the game after getting that XP. So Lina, big winner from that. Storm did die and lost several of those galvanized. Although he's now picked up a regen rune. And if you're Dire, you have all your ultimates, you probably want to be playing with that. Looking for fights, maybe away from towers so they can't just TP rotate in. Nice deport by Tree over this Lina. So Dire doesn't know they're in the triangle, but they're just going to back off for now. Storm actually headed top. Playing around this Bane and Timber. Bane does have the Fiend's Grip, so you have to be a little bit careful of that. Radiant are bringing up more heroes. They have Static Storm and Fiend's Grip. This Storm is going to get Fiend's Grip here, and no saving him. They dropped the big Laguna on him as well. The Glimpse does... I thought I heard the Glimpse come out. Was there no Glimpse? Let's just put him in place. Tree is going to be running away, I think. Woo! Goes invis. Bane knows exactly where he is. He's just trying to find him. Ah! Nice play by Bane. Dropping the sentry. And they're going to find a Witch Doctor too. Oh no, this is 3 kills for nothing. Despite all that, Murta is still... Oh no, missed the dev shot and the silence, but it should be plenty of damage. Murta Haze pierced the veil. I mean, not many are going to be surviving that, especially without an escapability. So they do pick up the Lina at the very end of that. That's a big gold change. You can kind of see it started swinging towards Radiant favor, but now it's stalled out. I like doing it with this 2-minute delay because you get to see the graphs, see what the game thinks. Overall, still likes Dire's draft, but it's stalling. I think the longer this game goes on, the better Radiant's chances are. Treant's going to find a Void. It's going to give him vision for the Axe, who just blinks in and they drop everything on him to bring that Void down. Let's take a look at Twitch real quick. Chat, report this Lina. What did Lena do? So it's just been really skirmishy. No real side's been taking a big advantage in this early stage of the game. Dire, you feel, has the better early game. Like, you have like significant disables and good burst damage with the Lena, who had a good lane. In the early game, so like you have to be careful of these three heroes playing together because they can pretty much kill anybody on the map. But outside of that, like if you're Dire, you know you have the better team fight right now, so you should be playing around your ultimate. So you're gonna get the jump in on Lena. Disruptor comes out to save Witch Doctor. Stun. All the stuns are so unlucky. Almost all of them bounce to the Lena. Every other one. They managed to get that kill. Even the axe did not get the coin blade. And that's second highest net worth hero going down there. Morta getting even more farmed. Has that mule in there. Is hard scaling right now. I imagine that's probably like the win condition for Dire. They're just waiting for this Morta to get 6 slotted. And then, you know, you just press R before the Void chronos you. That's that's how you win fights. Like, you have tree armor. Other than that, you don't really have great saves. There's like Glimmer. Fiend's Grip on the Muerta. That's going to drain all her mana. She doesn't have any mana regeneration, so even if she survives this Corona, she's not going to have any way of getting out of here. So she's going to go down. And Team Radiant are going to keep going. Chasing after this Witch Doctor. Timber does have a Yule's, just holding on to it. As on the back, Treant did get disrupted, and so he goes down. And now the Void shows up. Witch Doctor doing his best to stay alive, make space. His whole team has abandoned him. Storm just goes mid. And Axe pushes in bottom, so they're shoving in waves. 3 heroes dead off that big Muerta pick. Just more skirmishes, more, you know, scrappy plays by Radiant. They did use Laguna, Chrono, Fiend's Grip, so this is probably a good opportunity for Dire to make something happen here. They're dropping in 2 heroes. Axe jumps in, gets a nice 2-man call, but gets nightmared out of it. Storm in the back, trying to kill this Lena. They finally bring her down. That took a while, though. It's going to cost Axe his life. And now the Muerta's up. She comes in. They kill the Bane. Muerta looking for this Disruptor. I think she may have saw him. Looking up. She definitely knows he's there now. Trent could have blinked forward, but blinks, misses the root, the bash, anything. Ah, Disruptor gets out of there. I would have overgrowthed if I had it. Not sure if this tree would have. Oh yeah, just, you know, Radiant got a good fight, got 3 kills. They push a tower. Now they lose their Lena, they lose their Bane. They did get an Axe out of it, so it wasn't complete catastrophe, but you know, the heroes in that fight that benefit the most for the Storm and the Muerta, they're getting all that good XP. Still a level playing field, though, in this game. The longer the game goes on, I feel Radiant does have the better advantage. They have more purple heroes, and usually purple heroes are better in the late game. What do we got? We got a smoke play by Radiant. They're running bottom with everybody. Treant is looking at this Timber. Ooh, this could be bad for Dire if they try and jump this Timber Saw. Timber's going to skedaddle out of there. Actually, they're going to go find the Muerta. They drop the Corona for it. Storm goes into the back to try and keep the Lena from killing everybody, but they drop the Static Storm after the Corona, so she ain't going nowhere. She goes down. Storm did kill the Bane. With his Lena still sitting pretty healthy. Witch Doctor drops the ult, doesn't really do much of anything. He's going to go in very quickly. Now Dire have to run for it. And that's never a fun thing when you're facing an enemy Disruptor. As he's just going to glimpse you back, and you're going to have nowhere to go. Disastrous fight, picking off that Muerta. They know what the game plan is. Just got to kill this Muerta, prevent her from getting ult off and killing all of you. And I'm not sure if she just was like a little slow with the Pierce the Veil. I know she got chronoed here. I'm not sure if like Void did it from the trees or whatnot. But Morta needs to be a little bit faster with that Pierce the Veil. Make sure, you know, even if he has the full duration just to survive Corona, it's totally worth it. Your team does not have the save to keep you alive. Whoa, more. Got 177 in the chat. Civil War in the chat as, oh, the Nightmares keeps the Void alive. He's gonna heal up to full, and they drop Fiend's Grip and Static Storm on the Storm. Ay. Going up against this much disable as a Storm Spirit must feel so bad. You gotta pay attention to Fiend's Grip, Static Storm, Chronosphere. Like, if any of these spells are up, you're toast. Radiant will take that bottom tier 1 as a result of that fight, and now for, I think, the first time in this game, yeah, Gold, except since the very beginning, Gold and XP are now favoring Radiant. That's not where you want to be if you're Team Dire. They did use everything in that fight. No Chrono, no Static, no Fiends. Like, do they have TPs? They have TPs on all their heroes. I feel like this is the time to go fight them. And you get a sick 3-man Axe Call jumping at the Storm Spear. What do? They have no disable for you. This Void's a little scary at this point. You know, you got the Axe, you got Battle Fury. Might be looking for something mid. But Dire's gonna be playing in their jungle on top of the hill ward. And Radiant just gonna back off after that Roche. Honestly, like, I could see Radiant just not doing anything with this Aegis. Just, you know, farm for 5 minutes. Like, they have better late game. They have the Chronosphere. They have Static Storm and Fiend's Grip, right? Like, they don't have to force anything. You can just get this Void 6-slotted and basically win the game from there. And if you're Dire, do you let that happen? Do you just let them farm for 5 minutes? You just try and split push them? Void's gonna be looking for the Storm, but that's not a chance. He did have a Bane in the area. Probably could have gone on that. Treant's gonna be looking for this Wisdom. Looking at it. Oh, Lena was right there. It's the Treant. Oh, Lena with the blink dodge from the Axe Call. Drops the Static. Doesn't really hit anything. Overgrowth is actually going to guarantee this Disruptor kill. They probably should run from this. Like, Radiant heroes are showing up. LSA comes out. Yule's on the Axe. He can't get the blink off. But now the Timber's here with the DD. And Muerta shows up. She's going to ult, but Yule's cuts down half of its duration. And now Void's just going to Chrono her, wait it out, and punch her down. Yeah, I'm not sure what the Muerta was doing there. She was trying to assist. Like, you're fighting into an Aegis in front of their base. I mean, their side of the river. Like, you gotta expect TP rotations to come up. Oh, the Lena died? I just completely missed that. How did Lena die? Did Axe kill her? Axe must have killed her with the Gunning Blade or Battle Hunger. Well, that certainly helps. 1,000 gold going to Axe. Gonna put a little bit of a dampener on this. This guy in the chat does not like this Lena. Why don't you like this Lena? I mean, they're definitely noob, right? But they're also highest kills in the game. Does pop by Disruptor. Going to be dewarding some trees. Might have been an obvious ward there. The tree did give vision of Disruptor doing that. Looking a little scared for Dire. You have to have good wards. You have to see vision, and they have to either like split them up or get a pick or something. Like, you can't play into them 5-men Because it's almost impossible to fucking jump them, right? Like, if you try and jump a hero, you're at such big risk of getting static stormed or chronoed. Your storm getting Fiend's Grip somewhere. Speaking of, Vayne is going that Ags. We'll have it in a few minutes. Oh, yours, friend? Alright. Yeah, like, you have to, like, almost sack this, tree or axe, like, with the setup. I feel like they're probably gonna die when they jump in, but you have to have, like, you have to pick off these supports somehow. You gotta get them together, you gotta pick off one or the other. You gotta split up this Radiant team. Like, together they're incredibly strong. They have so much counter initiation on at least 4 of the heroes. Looks like Radiant are gonna be backing the Lina off to defend bottom. Dire just playing the stalling game. There's 30 seconds left on this Aegis, so probably not going to be used. Well, Axe is going to find a Chrono Man. Going to bring him down pretty far down to half HP, but Morta just wasn't in position to really to deal with enough damage. So, missed opportunity there for Team Dire. Lina immediately sees the Storm, gets the LSA out. Storm should survive this. Actually, he's going to go in with the BKB. He's got allies coming in. The Axe is coming in. And the Muerta's right there. This should be a dead Lina, yep. Very nice turnaround by Genie. Not panicking, just BKBing, jump on the Lina, realizing his team was coming in. Yeah, this Lina's a huge noob, dude. You got to be careful when you make these solo plays. When your whole team is on the left half of the map and you're on the right half of the map. Sorry for that camera move. I was trying to draw a line. Tormentor taken, goes to the Muerta. Spectral Slug. Oh yeah, that's the good one. Looks like Radiant is camping the portal, but nobody's coming through gate. And they're probably feeling a little bit emboldened now that Lina is dead, although they're not trying to force anything. They're all playing bottom while Radiant's playing top, so bit of dead air at the moment. Treant actually does eventually go through gate. I think he did deward that Watcher, so Radiant does know that they're coming through the gate, and they are going to vacate the top lane. As a result, I say that though, but Lina's just TPing in, and now the team's turning around. So we might have a bit of a play here. They're pinging the Axe mid, who is dewarding. The Axe sees the Timber go in a little bit too early and is able to blink away. Hasterin by Timber Saw. He's going to be invading. Nice chain and gets the Yules off. Axe does have BKB. He's holding it for now. We have a Disruptor coming. He's going to be able to get the glimpse off on the Witch Doctor. Oh, you could have switcheroo to dodge it. Does not get the switcheroo off. They're going to drop Static Storm for the Witch Doctor. Oh, it almost gets away. The Lina had dust, fortunately. There was that Witch Doctor would have gotten away. That's no Static Storm. Now the Chrono used on the Storm. Lina, excellent positioning. Able to do the extra bit of damage to bring that Storm down. Yeah, Dogship Witch Doctor pick off. Manages to net him a Storm kill as well. And it should be a... Actually, can't be a tier 2 because they have no creeps, but might be a mid lane push here. Tower's pretty low. Murta... Not too scared of this Void. No Chrono. So maybe they can't force this high ground just yet. You gotta respect the Overgrowth and Pierce the Veil. Radiant camping low ground. They're looking for the jump on this Muerta. They're gonna jump the Faceless. Dire's actually jumping in. Quite surprising. Void able to backtrack that damage off. And no buybacks used. Radiant will simply pull back a little ways. Dire, just wait out the Storm Death Timer. Bottom lane has pushed in, so likely going to be a tier 2 here. Roche could be alive. So I have a smoke by Dire. I don't like this smoke. They don't really have any vision. Like, they know they're in the triangle. Lena's actually get the jump off on Axe. Ooh, Axe getting very low. He's able to get the BKB off. Static Storm goes off on nothing, I feel. Actually gets a couple heroes. But BKBs are off, and Muerta doing the damage. Brings down 3 heroes. Both supports dead on Team Radiant. And Maledicted Turbulence is going to get pretty low. They're able to jump him. In the bottom lane, Void took the opportunity to take that tower and do quite a bit of damage to the range racks. Actually managed to get it, so got some permanent damage there, but that is a massive gold change for Team Dire there. And yeah, just the Static Storm was a little bit late. They got all their BKBs off. You have no... He does have Ags, actually. I think it was just a Treant in there they didn't have BKB on. But it just goes to show, like, if Muerta's able to, get 5 seconds to do her thing, she's able to just shred the team by herself. So Void definitely needs to be there for these fights to go their way. Although to say that, he's kind of becoming unkillable. Like you have the disable for him. You have Axe Call, you have Overgrowth, you have Vortex Warp. You just have to pile everything onto this Faceless Void. We're going to have a TP by Axe. Void tried to get that Ags bash off, but just a little too slow. Like, you have all the disable you need to kill this Void. The problem is the counter initiation is just so strong for Team Radiant. This is going to be a very quick Roshan. That magic damage by Muerta with the crit stick just shreds that Roshan. And that's going to buy Team Dire some very valuable space. They now can make plays with that Aegis. They can throw the Storm and try and bait those ultis off on the supports. Although for the time being, they're just waiting for the Pierce the Veil. They smoke out. Probably want to get some offensive vision down. They do have a ward here, so they see Lina. Axe is going to be jumping in to start the fight. Storm actually goes on the back line. Gets the Vortex Warp off on 2. Nobody's dead yet. We have Chronosphere on the Muerta, who is BKB ulted. Axe manages to kill his Disruptor. Void did not get anything from that Chrono because Muerta was ulted at that point. And the Axe does go down. It's 2 for 2 right now. Muerta has no ult though, so she's kind of lacking in damage. Storm has that DD, no mana. He wants to die at this point, although maybe not right there. And let's see if Lina can time this LSA. Has the Yules if she wants to set it up even better, but no. I think Void, the Q, actually got the bash off. And so that Storm was not getting out of there. That was your Aegis fight, and you lost it. Unfortunate that Team Radiant had that defensive vision up even though they've been winning all game. So they're able to see the whole fight. Muerta gets the ult off. I feel like you just turn on the Lina, don't you? There's no overgrowth, but ooh, found the stash from the tree and kills this new fucking Lina, dude. And Turbulence has to run away. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Void is just taking her axe, but Doobly, was that intentional? Was Lina doing that intentionally to make space? Place manages to get the other range racks as creeps are just pouring in on all sides, attacking Dire's base. All of Dire have to back off to deal with this. Big Lina kill there, though. One thing I will say is that it's a little bit more difficult to execute team fights with Radiant, because you obviously don't want to be like chronoing and fiends gripping the same target, right? So you have to be a little bit careful of dual hitting. Chrono Static Storm is a little bit easier to do. If you get the Chrono off, you can Static Storm after, but like you want to be chronoing them while they're in Static Storm. Like you have to be a little bit cautious about like how you're using just your very long cooldown disables. Because if you mess them up and the cores stay alive, these cores can do a lot. Axe maybe not so much, but the Storm and Muerta definitely. Gotta make sure you have some CC in reserve for those heroes. We have smokeouts by Radiant, top lane. Muerta is going to show, and the Void is going to immediately Chrono her. Overgrowth is going to come out. That's going to bind the Void. So Muerta is going to get her ult off and the BKB. So she's going to be sitting there punching the Void, who goes Nightmared. Oh no, one more hit brings him down. That's a huge kill on the Void. Deadshot comes out. Muerta is going to get glimpsed back into the LSA. And she's going to go down as this big bad Timber. They really can't kill him now without Storm and Muerta. Where'd Storm die? How did Storm die? Lina killed him. Must have been like a static Storm in the back or something. But without those cores, they just really like the damage. And Radiant got to walk all over him. Bring down 4 heroes. Just this Axe alive. He's going to jump in with the Blade Mill. Unfortunately, the Nightmare's right there. Lina does use BKB. Laguna is herself on the Lotus. Muerta buys back, comes back in, and gets glimpsed back. Oh no. Timber actually gets caught right there. Deadshot keeps him in base. Uses himself. Axe has the big Colon Blade. I was going to say taunt, but no need for the taunt if you have that big of a Colon Blade. They managed to get like 1,400 gold off of that, but those buybacks, so not the end of the world, although they lost the other range racks in the mid lane. So no more range racks for Team Dire. It's just all melee racks. This base is going to explode very quickly if they ever lose a fight. Damn. We're on a pretty significant delay here. I doubt that this Lina. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe they're watching the stream when they're distracted. Alright, tail of the tape. What do we got for graphs? We got significant advantage for Radiant. That's just because of the racks, though. But a little bit of that is because of draft. See, Dire was favored in the draft early on. We might have a jump here by Lina, actually, if this Axe shows. They're going to meet each other. They both blink away. Oh, that's too funny. They're actually still hunting this Axe, though. We're trying to cut him off. I think the draft, like, early game favored Dire, but obviously, you know, later game we have the Chronosphere, you have the Disruptor, the Fiend's Grip, the Lina, so like lots of powerful late game heroes. It really all depends on if this Muerta is able to get kills during these glimpses. Lina, Sense and Danger, blinks away. All of Dire here, they're camped out under their vision. And Radiant don't want to be poking that bear, so they back off the high ground, though not before putting a ward down. They actually smoke up. They're fake backing. Just hanging out right here. Void shows. And they're going to be going in again. Treant in the area is going to get seen. Maybe not realizing that he was visible. Gets Lotused up. Lina is going to get the LSA off. Glimpse onto the... Ooh, it was on the Axe, but... Axe BKB. Now gets Fiend's Gripped. I feel like this is the fight, guys. I feel like you got to go in. 3-man Stormsphere Poland. Void gets the nice 2-man Chrono off, though. Storm just fucking up these supports in the back line. But now the Axe taunt onto the Void. Muerta just needs to hit one more time. Gets the kill off on the Void. Now Lina's dead. Oh my goodness, what a collapse. Storm in the back just slaughtering these supports. The Axe does go down. If they're able to get any more picks, this is huge. Deadshot does land. They look for the Bane. Bane Nightmares. They get the Bane. Storm, no mana for the chase. And they're just going to back off. They realize their base is in incredible danger right now, so... They retreat back. Storm probably needs to go back for mana. Maybe after this wave. But wow, that Muerta was able to just slaughter that Void. Did so much damage. And Void just really wasn't able to do anything in that Chrono. I think the Muerta waited until after the Chrono to use ult. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a ton of damage. Like, Scotty's not really a damage item. Butterfly's definitely a damage item, but... This isn't the highest damage Void you could have. You could have like MKB, Daedalus, Divine, shit like that. Definitely reliant on his Lina to be able to like solo kill this Morta inside the Chrono. Turbulence actually got the sick deny off on that tower. So tips all around. Team Dire, you gotta treat this like a mega creep situation. You have to keep all of the waves pushed out. Right, you have to play like a little bit more conservatively, because like one little lapse in judgment, one like distraction, and you can very easily lose all these barracks. But for right now, the play is around Roche. Team Radiant are poking it. Dire did kill it last time, so it won't roar for Radiant. And smoke in by Turbulence, who jumps in. They find the Muerta, but they don't have bonus damage. Ooh, Muerta dodges the Overgrowth. They actually managed to kill the Muerta. She's dead, no buyback. That could be it. Storm is TPing in, but it's way too late as the Witch Doctor has the buyback, holding it for now. Axe goes in very late, no BKB, he's just gonna sit there and die. Ay, that friggin' Manta dodge on the Overgrowth was massive. I think the Muerta lives if he manages to get that off. Storm, I think, canceled TP, so just doing the walk of home shame. No Overgrowth for 27, no Witch Doctor up for 35. You definitely give up Mega Creeps. I think you just try and take like a good Witch Doctor fight right here. I just don't think you have Disable. You have to bait out the Manta from Void. Maybe like Storm goes in with BKB, bait out the Manta. But like even still, like Static Storm, Fiend's Grip are going to be up. If not already, this is a very dire situation for Team Dire here. Yeah, Storm is trying to bait out that Manta. If he's able to get it off, Overgrowth comes out. He's going to be able to Manta it off. Fiend's Grip comes out. They kill the Storm. He'll buy back. Static Storm on the Treant Protector. Witch Doctor Road actually comes out, but does absolutely nothing. GG is called by Genie. I bet you Genie's the captain. I'm not sure who the captain is. I should update the stream title. Figure that out. US of A goes up a game. I don't know if this is a best of 3. I'll ask around. Let's see. I'll do the breakdown. I have to figure out if it's a best of 2 or best of 3 real quick. While I wait for the answer, what do we got here? Tale of the tape was which side could kill the other the quicker. If Radiant fumbles their initiation, Muerta kills all of them. If they don't fumble it, they kill the Muerta, and then it's fight's over from there. It was a very, very technical, very fast developing team fight situation in that late game. And it really just came down to like, was the Muerta able to get her ult off for Chronosphere? Were they able to burst her down? That Manta dodge on the Void was absolutely crazy. I think the Muerta lives because the Void wouldn't have been able to attack her and finish her off. He was the only one doing damage at that point. Yeah, they get it off. And that's that. So 1-1. Best of 2. Okay, so that's the last game. So yeah, that was a casual game 2 of USA victory versus Beached Whales. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.